Hey guys, this is IntroducingEmy and we're back with another 100 days of making comics. And over the weekend my air conditioner broke in my office, so I couldn't actually work up here because it was getting up in the 90s and 100s and I would have cooked. So I actually finished this page that I was working on. The last video I did, I was sketching this panel here. I think in this panel, maybe like doing some touch-ups, but I finished it. So here's the completed page, comparing it to the one I did back in I think like mid 2009-ish, early 2009-ish. Ooh, excuse my yawn. So there it is, redone, beautiful, not breaking the 180 rule anymore. And I also added this extra panel here showing Dawn's reaction to something that was said in the previous page to him. So there we go. There, that one's finished. And I'm actually working on the pages in order, but the only thing I'm not doing is I'm not including covers in that order. I'm just doing the covers however I want to do them, whenever I want to do them, because I don't know, covers are like different. They're not whole scenes, you know. So one thing I'm doing here is I'm going to have the door, this is another redo I should mention, I'm going to have the door overlapping the title for funsies. I don't know, I just feel like having it like that. But before I start sketching on it, I'm going to put a little box around where the text is so I remember that. Okay. Oh, and this is, so I'm gonna redo this cover. This is what it this is what it used to look like. It's kind of gray and weird. The anatomy's just strange. I don't know. It's weird. I don't like it. So redoing it. I also finally got around to modeling Rose's front door in SketchUp. I hadn't done that before. Okay. Also, I got a, gosh, I'm sorry I'm yawning so much. Ooh. I'm sorry that these videos are kind of long. I got a comment that, you know, I didn't need to make the videos so long, but I want to. Because I feel like I don't put enough content up on my website anyway, so, or on my YouTube. So I'm just going to make them as long as I want. Oops. Yeah, I know that technically I could probably work on this page over. I'm going to make this like a blue color. Just so it doesn't hurt my eyes while I work on it. And I know I could probably like work on this like right here in the page. I don't like doing it. I don't like, I want to be able to know where this girl's feet are and things like that. So like I like to be able to draw down lower than the panels and like out to the edges and stuff. So yep. I'm glad these redos aren't taking as long anymore. Just not as much to fix and worry about. That arm's going to be a little awkward. I might have to move it a little. And let's see here. So I think one thing I'm going to do is go over her face in the position that it's in. Let me just grab a head. I keep these model sheets around to make my life a little easier here. So kind of trying to guess which one would look good or what's kind of close. The expression doesn't have to match so much as just like the angle. Let me look at this one. I used to feel really weird about doing this. I mean, like, I still draw a lot of my heads from nothing. You know, obviously I drew these ones. They come from somewhere. They just didn't like float out of the ether. But for these redos, it's a lot easier to like just quickly find a head that's like pretty close to what I'm going for, and like angle wise or something, and then just go over top of it. But I used to be really weird about doing that. I used to think this is cheating. I should just do it raw every single time, and and whip myself repeatedly, and I don't know. I just didn't think it was right. But in animation, we did that a lot. Like, we would take heads and, like, copy them and trace over stuff and, like, position the model sheets around so that we could, like, reference them more easily, things like that. So, I don't know. That's not what I wanted. It just kind of makes my life easier. Whatever. Let's put some color behind there so I can see it a little easier. Yeah, with the newer pages I don't do this really that much, but for the older ones, just because I'm trying to get through them all so fast. I do this semi-frequently. I break the law. I keep forgetting what her expression is. Kind of bland. Okay, so I'm just gonna do whatever I want. And I'm going to put her bangs up a little higher than they are in the original. They're kind of conflicting with the eyebrows here. I also think in the original, this is referenced from the head that I took. I think she was like falling backwards. I can't remember actually what was going on in that scene that I took this head from. So her hair is like a little more swoopy than I normally would draw it. Okay. goes over here. Need to de-swoopify her hair a little bit. Huh, why did it do that? Okay. Blammo! New head. Let's get rid of some of this yellow on the outside. It's a little big. She's so mean. She always looks angry. She looks angry pretty much up till like chapter now. Still looks angry. I always worry about this character not looking feminine enough. Whatever that is. I don't draw her with like makeup or lipstick. Like, well, I do now sometimes for promotional images, but like in the comic, I never draw her with it. And it's funny because like I always thought she kind of looked a little off from like some of the sort of Disney-ish girls I was like emulating in my style. And one day I was looking at another artist who had kind of like a Disney-ish style, and she put lipstick and some other like eyeshadow or something on her characters, and I was just like, oh, makeup. But too late for that. I don't draw her with it, and I don't really think of her with it, so maybe she wears it and I just don't draw it, or it's not apparent. Okay, what's she wearing? I can't even remember what she wears here. I think it's like... Okay. Okay, wait. Okay. my masterful hand drawing skills. I'll get it, just you wait and see. Okay, and since yellow is sort of my go-to undercolor right now for her, I'm just gonna do the rest in yellow. I initially was going to try to incorporate Kwasky into this drawing because he is technically in this scene. He shows up near the end of the scene, but I just couldn't figure out a good way to do it. But Hugh can be in the scene. Hugh has permission. Not totally sure how Hugh is standing here, but that's okay. His hand from the original drawing is just about the only thing I like. Okay. Why did I do that? I don't know, I got into my shape tool menu for some reason, for no reason. This is going very quickly, which I'm happy about. I still need to, I don't know, I always kind of mess up their hands quite a bit until I really focus in on them. I guess I try to work on the bigger elements and then sort of hone in on details. Like her clothing, I kind of want to add some details that are there in the old version, but I kind of didn't put them in my sketch. Like, I think there's like these little buckles on her sleeves or something I need to add. I don't know, I hate that outfit. I only drew it one time. Just that one scene. Hell, I might even change it. Like the colors of it or something, make it brighter. It's just kind of like a bland color, I don't know. He was such a baby. His hair is so flat in the old drawings. I never realized that, like his human hair. I guess he doesn't have hair when he's an alien, like when he's a gray, so I don't know why I need to specify that's human hair. Okay, so I realize his face doesn't look like amazing hair or anything, but I just need to get something down so I could get it in the right spot on his head. And actually, his head is huge. He has this like big dog collar cone type. If you don't read the comic, I guess it looks weird. If you read the comic, it looks perfectly sensible, I guess. She doesn't like you, Hugh. I don't know, she looks upset. Actually, move him up a little more. And I just hit my 30-minute mark, but I think we've done good. Just kind of gonna get rid of some stuff here. I think my only thing is I feel like he's really big compared to her. I guess not. It's kind of an optical illusion, I guess. Maybe I could get Kwazki in here, just squeak him in the hallway or something. I don't know. I'll think about it. I don't know if... Oops, sorry. I don't know if I want to actually put him in there or not, 'cause it's sort of awkward to fit something down into that gap, but I guess I could put his tail, but I don't want people thinking he like has a lizard tail or something. Alright, I'll have to think about it, but I actually need to go and work on my main update for today and work on my redo a little later. So, alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye!